goodness, we're live. I guess we're gonna do one of these. I'll pause because this is my day 75 picture, which I hate, which I will get into in a moment. Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth. There's gonna be a lot of truths told. 75 days. Why did I start this? We'll get into it, but did I complete the 75-day challenge? That was everyone's question. How's it going, like along the way? Did I complete the 75-day challenge? No, I did not. I did not. Did I meet my personal goals? Yes, I did. Not only did I meet them, I exceeded them, and for that, I'm proud of myself. It hasn't been easy. You guys have been along the journey, especially my family and friends. They've been along this journey with me. Why did I start this? I definitely started it because my 34th is coming up. I wanted to make very big changes in my life, and that started for me really with personal development. And you guys have been here now, this is season 4, but since March of 2021, along this journey of me where I am sharing with you guys in a way that's almost like a personal diary with When You'll See the Sales. And I didn't even know that I was gonna do like an episode, but so many people in my life that I've talked to have gained, even if it's the smallest spark, from me talking about this with them and why I did this. And so that's why I want to do this short, sweet, just update with you guys about what the 75 days was like for me, why I do encourage all of you guys to start some sort of kickstart challenge to meet any goals that you might have in life. For me, I'm turning 34. I'm not a mom yet. I want to physically, mentally, emotionally be at my highest capability that I've ever been. And like I told everyone, I want to be the best daughter, sister, friend, future partner, and future mom one day. And that starts with making sure I'm okay, making sure that my cup is continuously full to be able to give the absolute best that I can give and have like a smooth balance for all of the goals that I have. And it starts with personal development. So let's see, why did I do this? Like I said, turning 34. Let me break down the 75-day challenge rules and what I messed up on. All right, so no alcohol, easy for me. That's not hard at all. Before I started this 75-day challenge, I promised Taylor that I would drink with her on her birthday, which was on day 70, and that I did. That I have no regrets about, and I want to let you guys know that for me, and as I go on letting you guys know these different habits amongst the challenge that I have created, the good habits, the only things that I am saddened by are the things that I kind of missed out on, and I'll break that down in a moment. But so alcohol, no issue there. That wasn't one of my premises of starting the challenge. That was just a part of the challenge. Diet, number one thing that I wanted to change, and I exceeded it. Did I break it? Yeah, but literally, I would say like 92% of the time within the 75 days, maybe even 95, I stuck to my diet. What was my diet? In 75 days, you create the diet that you want, and then it's just up to you to stick to it, to stick to the promise that you make to yourself. So for me, I gave up bread and processed sugar. On Taylor's birthday as well, I had pizza. Before that, it was probably on day 55 or 60. I recorded a podcast with Melanie and we tried Turkish treats. Like it was a lot of different things in this last episode that I just posted. And I had given up like sweets and sugars and stuff. And I'm like, I'm doing this podcast. I've always wanted to do a mukbang, YOLO. And I was happy, like I did what I felt was best. And again, this challenge, as I keep telling you everything that invokes it, is really about keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. And so for me, I didn't feel like I failed. I did exactly what I wanted to do. And this came around the time that I also went to Vermont with Taylor, where I didn't do anything that I would have done had I not been on this challenge. And I had more of that and faced more of that along the way. Let me just break down Vermont. And my mind, as you guys know, just ping pongs between things because that's how my brain works. But when we went to Vermont, it's been a childhood dream of mine, literally, to see the fall foliage. And when I went with her, I was like, okay, I'm going to be able to see everything, get the creative side, do the work that I wanted to do, but I wouldn't be able to do like traditional everything with maple. So syrup, there was like fudge, there was like all these beautiful things, and I was like, I can't even do this because I gave up processed sugar and all this stuff. Clearly, if you guys have followed me on here or have even seen my life since the pandemic, I have significantly lost weight. I've lost about 16 pounds, if not maybe a little bit more, with this challenge. I'm happy for that. I'm proud of that. Again, so for the diet, I met the promises overall, and for me, going back to the rules of this challenge that states when you mess up, start over, I changed it to a 75-day challenge, and I changed it to if you fail at something, you keep going. You don't give up on yourself. You don't start over. You just keep going because it's life. You fall down 9 times, you get up 10. So that was my mentality on this, and my spin to it that yes was a little bit different, but hey, that's just how I did things. 2 workouts a day. I did that for the majority of everything. What I learned very quickly in the beginning when I got advice from different people, I needed protein to be really high because my body was it was so sore the first 2 weeks going through this. And so what I realized is, okay, the one workout that needs to be outdoors needs to be at least 45 minutes. The premise in my mind going into that was, well, when I'm outside, that's when I'm recording and perfecting my craft the most. So I'm going to take a walk or a jog and at least be outside 45 minutes a day. My mindset with that really stemmed from nature and being outside, which really is why within the 2 workouts, it's required that one of them is outside. There was a week and a half after day 50 where I was really, really sick. And within those 7 to 8 days, I definitely did not do 2 workouts a day. I definitely did one in some sort of capacity. But it was, again, very untraditional, and I just tried to do the best that I possibly could to keep the promises, again, that I was making to myself. Reading 10 pages of nonfiction a day, that's really easy for me. I feel like constantly we're reading, right? Like a lot of us within work or whatever, but I read a lot of articles of worldly news mostly, and I was reading different books along the way, so I really enjoyed that. I want to be more mindful in reading because I haven't been the most avid reader since I was done with school. So I'm always trying to do that. I definitely read up on a lot, but it's mostly articles. So again, that too, I mean, can be a part of it all, but I was trying to focus on reading more books, which I did, and grateful for those that gave me books along the way. 1 photo a day for accountability. This was hands down the thing I disliked the most. And I understand why it asks, but I definitely don't like taking pictures of myself. Visually, it took me a long time to even start the podcast because it's really weird for me to be, I don't know where the transition happened, but I don't like really looking at myself. I know that sounds really weird. I feel very beautiful inside and out, but I really like being behind the camera. That's what I've liked most in recent years within filmography and photography and everything I've been learning and loving. And so every time I took a picture of myself, I took a picture of nature or a picture with my craft. And this right now is my 75th day photo basically. So, because I don't like it. Don't like it at all. All right. Did you do it? Could you do it? A lot of people along the way asked me questions, and there was this curiosity and this beautiful domino effect that happened along the way that I loved seeing. I had my family and friends, different people, they're like, you know what, like, I'm gonna cut this out for a week, see how I feel, or I'm gonna do this a little bit And so what I realize is me just trying to better myself helped better those around me or brought some sort of positivity. And I loved that. That was one of my favorite aspects of this. And again, it reminds me that when we want to make a change for the better, we have no idea what that can do for the world or for others. That's why I always say practice kindness, be kind to one another, be as nice as you can, because you don't know what others are going through. And so I really, really loved that aspect of this for my life with my family and my friends, because my loved ones, every single person that I care about in some sort of way made some sort of remark in the 75 days of, wow, like, I kind of want to do it now, or I kind of want to try it and see what happens, or, you know, and it just made me really happy. Like, anytime someone said that, I was like, do it, like, do something, you know. For me, again, it was to kickstart my 34th and work on personal development, and I did that, and I've enjoyed it. And let's see, so another thing I wanted to touch on was that isolating the 75 days really made me look at all that can happen in 75 days. Usually, business-wise, I'm like on a quarterly mindset. I'm thinking quarterly. I'm thinking even as micro level to like week to week, you know, when it comes to planning and things like that. But when you look at 75 days, it was, a lot happened. A lot happened in my life. And mostly personal things. We had a passing in our family, and one of the things when I went back home and I was with my family and everyone together, I definitely, not that, again, I'm like, oh, I gotta drink, but everyone was drinking and partying and like, you know, whatever, and you don't have to do that, but had I not been on this challenge, I would have done that, you know. So maybe in some sort of way I was kind of standing on the outside looking in when I was there with everyone, you know, but it was just, there were just certain things, like my mother's birthday, for example, in September, where everyone was drinking and I wasn't. Everyone had cake and, like, you know, celebrated, and I was just like, I want to eat cake too, but, you know, I stuck to this damn diet. The number one thing everyone knows is I cannot wait to have some dessert. Like, I have on Taylor's birthday, I did. Like, on that day, I was just like, all right, well, we're doing everything on day 70, because it's been 70 freaking days, and like, I haven't done everything on one day. And I did. I had bread, we had pizza, I had a cupcake, we had cake later, we had a lot. Listen, no regrets, never. YOLO. I'm about that YOLO life. So that's what was hard for me about this challenge, is that you only live once. I tell it to everyone, you only live once. Like, you literally have to do what you feel is best. Yeah, so I mean, that's basically the gist of everything. This is what I look like. Again, that really like bothers me. I don't care about what I look like as a priority. I care about how I feel, and I care about inspiring others and being there for others and making sure that I'm a light in this world to the fullest capacity that I am. I tell every single person that I care about, love, that knows me, that I'm far from perfect, and I'm always trying to better myself so that those around me feel that. And I'm definitely somebody who is a glue in different friend groups and family, where people know that they can come to me and talk, and I'm gonna listen. Like, I love being that person. So again, that's why I try to make sure my cup is full and as often as possible. And so shot this with no makeup on. I have this really funny running joke about this, because this is obviously a Yankees hat. I am not a Yankees fan. This is my New York hat. I love this logo as New York. So, but I love this hat, and I'm here in Brooklyn now, and I really love this chapter, and I'm just so thankful for all of you guys that have been here along the way. And so I just wanted to do like probably the shortest podcast episode I've ever done, just a short and sweet message so that you guys could hear how 75 days have been for me. And again, I encourage you guys to do it. The 75 days does not end at 75 days. I haven't been eating bread, you know, I haven't been eating processed sugar. I mostly eat fish, broccoli, fruits. I freaking love watermelon. Oh my God, water. You could feed me watermelon. My best friends always joke about how much I love yogurt. You could feed me watermelon every single meal, and I will never get tired of watermelon. It's definitely my favorite fruit now. And so random. definitely I'm going to stick to my diet. I've been cooking obviously a lot more, so I plan to keep cooking. And everything within sweet treats and sweet treats and bread, like it's still going to be like a very minimal thing. It's going to be like, oh, this is a treat, I'm going to get bread today, like, you know. So yeah, it's just one of the things that I've been learning. And again, I can't wait to see what the next 75 days bring, what the next 6 months, a year bring. I know that I'm going to be a little bit tinier, a lot more toned, and again, I'm just trying to push myself to be as athletic as I possibly can. So thank you guys for watching this, and again, I hope that I brought some sort of light, positivity, and I encourage you guys to do this challenge. I really, really do. And any sort of challenge that makes you better is like totally worth it in the long run. So anyways, take care, you guys, and this is 75 days.